saw that. Now, I pulled up, and obviously you sent the depth chart, which I know we were all waiting to see.
Yeah.
South Carolina, it's here. Old Dominion week, it's here. Chance to prove all the talking we've done all offseason. Chance to prove us right or embarrass the piss out of us. Either one of the two gonna happen. With this depth chart though, what did you see anything that surprised you when the depth chart dropped?
I like where Neek is at. I expected Neek to be where he was at.
Heard a lot of good out of Jared Brown. Like I heard a lot of good things about Jared Brown so far through camp. So I was very very pleasantly surprised. I hear there's a lot of speed in that room now.
It is. Man, Zio, I know
feels
for
a
a
lot.
fact he fast. Zio fast. We know what Tyshawn
We have an
Wilson.
Olympian. We have an Olympian in the room. Let's just go ahead and
Yeah.
call it what it is.
I would say, yeah. Sidebar. I would say the DBs that's covering us, they better have some good cardio. Their cardio better be on point because this team fast as a motherfucker. Excuse my French. I would say Josiah Thompson starting at left tackle. That's big. That's a big deal, man.
Shout out to the 5-star.
Yeah. That's how you. That's how you. I like Beam putting him out there now. You know what I'm saying? I doubt he'll at least be ready next year or something like that. But I know he's been on campus since they say he's been on campus since January. So
He'll be locked in.
Yeah, he locked in ready. Like I said, the O-line, they heard the noise last year. They was like, it's end up again, you know. So I'm cool with it. They just showed me. Joshua Simon, and that's the thing. We got depth, not even just wide receivers, just the tight ends too, man. Just
talk about it.
Michael Smith was showing out too. Brady Hunt.
I'm very excited about him. I got some guys, I got some homies that are very excited about Michael Smith.
Oh yeah,
Some of the clips we see from camp. Very intrigued by the youngsters.
And that's the thing. I ain't gonna be hypocritical because we know how we feel about practice clips. Cause we did it with our boy, former Panther TMJ. I'd rather see here on Jim Dropper Sports. We all about what's in the game. All right,
it's got to happen in the game. But unfortunately, in college we don't have a preseason, so all I can give you is practice.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying. I mean, I'm still gonna hit the AI. I'm still gonna hit the AI pose. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Gotta be consistent. Respect. Gotta be consistent. I respect it.
This is controversial. Juju Badal being on RB2. You think it's only because of this week? I think it's because it's his birthday. I think Beam said it is his birthday. I know Beam like to look out for his seniors. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
How long you think yeah.
Love Juju, right? Love Juju. He's done some good things for us here. Look at man. That ain't. I don't see it lasting that long. A 5'9", 184 pound RB2 just is not a recipe for success. Now, what I will say, there is a way to get him on the field and have him be effective. I'm not gonna negate that. Just maybe my RB2, probably not. Go give me unless he's outperformed Oscar Adaway to this point. I want to see big running backs and actual running backs taking snaps for me. Yeah. So Raheem and Oscar are the guys I want to see.
Yeah. And I think that's what we're going to get Saturday, honestly. This may just be like formation-wise. It's going to be – Juju in is going to be a trick play. I know that for a fact. We're doing some tricky or some shit. Inside zone, the inside run shit, that's not Juju game, which that used to piss me off in Satterfield. But that's a rant for another day.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's get to that. Oh yes, my favorite.
Yeah.
With the second favorite, the trenches.
The trench, dog.
Oh, hold on, Shanti. We got on the edge. We got our guy, Kyle Kennard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Transfer out of the Georgia Tech. Shout out to no Yellow Jackets. Okay. We got our boy, the returning Gilbert Elman. You feel me?
The prodigal son. Come home, dog. I love it.
Yes, sir. And then we got We got more. We got more to the clip, bro. We got Desmond. I can't say his last name though. I can't say his last name. Let's get to defensive tackles now. Okay.
That's where them guys at. That's where them dogs at for real.
We got the captain of this defense, the face of this defense, the one and only Tonka Hemingway. Tonka Hemingway in the
Tonka
building.
truck.
Tonka truck, you feel me? And then we got his road dog TJ Sanders in the building. TJ Sanders.
I'm
Then we
with it.
got our boy from the Tide, Markel Goodwine, transfer from the Tide. Oh yeah, no, he got to be a dog. You came from the Tide.
I hope, please.
Let's see. We got Alex Huntley. Shout out to Boogie. Shout out to
Boogie
Huntley. Then we got Nick Barrett. Then we got
transfer. What from? Yeah. Was he? Oh, is Jules a transfer from Pitt?
Yeah, Jules transfer from Pitt.
Mm.
He was a starter there. So that's I mean, this depth. This is what you call this. Depth. This is depth here. I love it. Then we got Edge. We got Chatias Greer. I think he transferred from Syracuse. He had got hurt. Got to have him healthy. Then we got Bryce Thomas Jr., which is another dog I heard about.
Yes, sir.
Then we got our guy,
the one. This is the guy.
This is our guy, Dylan Thompson, straight out of DMV.
Dylan Stewart, brother. Dylan Stewart.
Dylan Stewart. Why did I say Thompson? Where the fuck I get Thompson from? I'm thinking of Josiah Thompson, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah. This been your dog. This been your dog all summer. And this is how you gonna do him the game week? This is how you do, bro?
Oh, my bad, bro. My bad. I got too happy. Look, he said Dylan Stewart.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. I do want to jump in here and say what's gonna make this group different that I think from previous groups in the Beam era is that we have depth. Yeah. Of the Beam era, this is clearly the most talented group defensively we've had. Offensively, still have we still got to see. We got to see how our receivers perform. Got to see if the offensive line is going to be consistent. And to this point, we do have to still see if Lenoris is going to be able to play a full game at a high level. But defensively, this is the most experienced. This is the most talented that he's had here at South Carolina. Now going into his fourth season. This is the type of group that can help you win SEC games. It can make you consistent in the SEC. And what we've been talking about, what you've been preaching, the movement you started. I want people to know you started this. The trenches. Understanding that if we don't win here, we can't win anywhere else on the field. Yeah. It don't matter where we went else on where else we can win on the field. We can't win the trenches. I believe the defensive tackle group is one of the best units you'll see. Dare I say, is one of the best in the SEC. But I dare to say you won't find too many better groups than this across the country with TJ Sanders, Tonka, Alex Huntley, Nick Barrett. Like, I think this is a great group countrywide. You're gonna be impressed. Like, yeah, I'm expecting this group to do something special, to be something special. And we know in South Carolina history, when we're good, our defenses have been able to be leaned upon and been able to stand tall when it's needed most. And I think we have the type of guys to do that. Now, as far as a pass rusher, somebody in that edge rushing room is going to have to come out and figure out who's the best guy. Yeah. And I'm intrigued, and I'm hopeful to see that. But I'll let you continue on with the rest of the group unless you got anything to add.
Just to piggyback off that real quick, I would say rotation in that edge. Just rotation the edge, that's going to be so key. Just watch. I think I'm not going to say we can bully. I mean, Old Dominion not a team. All them teams, I'm going to be real. All them teams in the Sun Belt, I don't think they're not going to try to get bullied. Like they ain't just going to be another easy game. You know what I'm saying? So I want us to prove a point against Old Dominion, basically what I'm trying to say. I want us to prove a point. It just starts with that edge. But fast forward, linebacker, got Bam Martin Scott, dog. Demetrius Knight Jr., dog. Fred Johnson, freshman. I got to see more about him. I haven't heard much about him.
Okay.
Other side, Debo Williams. We already know who he
is. One of the best backers we've had here in a while. I'm a fan of watching him play. Plays with the level of intensity, likes to thud up, likes to put, pad to pad, get it popping. You feel me? So I'm definitely a fan of watching him play and what he can do, man.
Don't he remind you of Thomas Davis? Give you John Beeson vibes? Not Luke.
Give me
Ain't
it
never
do
gonna be another Luke, but he give me like
it do
John Beason
it
vibes.
do give me them John Beeson vibe, like them early John Beeson days where he was
Oh yeah,
like
take
downhill,
your
cracking.
motherfucking head off. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, fact.
Hmm.
Very violent. I love a lot. I love a violent linebacker, bro.
Yeah.
That's the position I need you to be irrationally violent while you're on the field, bro.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah,
Debo. That's
absolutely.
Debo, man. No. Let's see. Kamara. He's another transfer. I forgot from where.
Yeah,
Uh, let's see. Muhammad Kaba. Yeah, he been battling injuries. This guy here, so I'm really rooting for him, man.
yeah,
He's been battling injuries for a long time, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. I just want to be on the field, be healthy, be if there's ways for him to contribute, obviously, we know it's always gonna be next man up. Hopefully, we keep all our guys healthy this season, but we'd love to see him get some opportunity if it's if it's available there.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see who else we got. Okay, we're going to the nickel. We're going to DBs. This is another question, Mike. I don't know how you feel. This my outside of Nick Eamon Ward and DQ Smith. This want to say question mark as well in a
So
sense.
Jalen Kilgore, I liked. Like Jalen Kilgore was a true freshman last year. Started, played a lot. Obviously,
Experience.
contributed. I mean, that experience won't be. I don't believe that experience will be wasted. The cornerback room is where I'm the most.
Mm-hmm.
I do worry. I do worry.
That could be our
So
kryptonite. I mean, if
uh,
anything, I know up the middle.
that's it.
Yeah, the kryptonite definitely outside
But
the
this is
corner.
the one place where you're willing, like, if there's any place you'd rather be the weakest, you'd rather be weak there than on the front lines.
Yeah,
Like you can masquerade around with a secondary if you can apply pressure. If your front seven is one of those types of units, you can survive. O'Donnell Fortune, Judge Collier, who will be the two starters. We'll see. You got to prove it. Because I didn't see anything out of the corners last year that gave me much hope. Now I will say the kid I'm excited about, if we do get to see him, Vakari Swain.
just about to say that. Yep, absolutely.
He's a guy. And mind you, if you look at that depth chart, it says or Judge Collier or Vakari Swain. He's gonna play.
Yep.
He's gonna be in the game at some point. And he's a ball hawk. He's
Yes.
a guy that
All
goes
over the
goes
field.
and gets the football. I would love to see him on the field. If he's the best guy to be out there, give me Vakari Swain, because I believe that's the type of kid in this conference. When you playing these types of games, you want that type of guy there on the football field.
And
And
oh, go ahead.
I mean, and for Beam, so far in Beam's tenure, freshman defensive backs tend to give us pretty good production. Think about Nick and DQ. Both played
Yeah.
as freshmen. Jalen
Mm-hmm.
Kilgore last year played as a true freshman. Vakari Swain being another guy on that list, bro, would not surprise me in the slightest. But again, I'm hopeful for all the guys to play at a high level. I want this to be intense competition throughout the year as to who can play. I want guys if you're out there on the field wearing the South Carolina uniform, I want you to contribute.
Yeah.
Period. I'm not rooting for or against anybody. I want this team to be good, and I want whoever's out there on the field to contribute. So for Judge,
As a
so
unit,
for
yeah.
Vakari, so for O'Donnell and Emery Floyd, hey, dog, whoever got it, show it, please. We just want to see consistency out of this room, man. That y'all are the question mark. If you didn't know, like the offensive line, the same way the offensive line getting talked about. I'm looking at y'all in the same fashion, because there's a lot of games last year that were played in that secondary, even the safety room too. Even with the guys that we got returning back, y'all boys definitely let us down in some instances that we didn't necessarily,
Yeah.
don't
Mean like
necessarily appreciate. You know what I'm saying? But I am of the belief that y'all boys will bounce back this year with some type of vengeance, man. But
yeah.
I mean,
So it's like you said, I'm pretty sure we can say Donald Fortune's CB1. Two, two. I think definitely it's gonna be. I think Swain gonna end up getting that job just because I think Collier is a sophomore,
mhm,
Swain is a freshman, and he's like you said, bro, giftedly athletic, very athletic. He can play. I think. I
yeah,
think. I think. For the spring game, they have him playing both sides of the ball too.
he did. He did play both sides of the ball in the spring game. So we can get to the spread. We can get to talking, predictions and stuff for ODU. Spread has us by 21. Or do we cover?
I'm gonna have to say no. I mean, only because I only because it's the first go with Lenoris and Dow Loggins together. You know what I'm saying? Now Lenoris just go out here and just let it sing. Hey, I'm confident the rest of the year. But for this being the first game, dog, I just can't. I don't feel comfortable saying that. And I know
Can't
ODU.
say.
I watched ODU versus Virginia Tech the other day, man. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't nervous, but
No,
I'm just like, damn, boy, that feeling is
look, I respect the Sun Belt.
absolutely
For sure. If you know ball, and if you're in the South, you know the Sun Belt. These Sun Belt teams are legitimate. These are all
yes,
teams that were once upon a time the best FCS programs, and now they just elevated their game and their status. These teams come to play each and every week. So Sun Belt teams, they know that ain't the cupcake game you want. That's a real test. That's a nice test for you to start your year off. You know what I'm saying? That ain't necessarily just a cupcake. So I ain't taking ODU lightly at all. But what I will say, I take us to cover though. I'm gonna step out there. I'm gonna be bold.
okay.
I'm gonna take us a cover. Now, y'all boys, if y'all lose money, listen to me. They ain't on me. They ain't on me. Now look at it. I ain't got we ain't
There's no Ace
result.
Morgan.
Hey, look. I'm gonna put it somewhere on the screen here. Results may vary.
Yeah,
I can't guarantee nothing.
you know
could
what I'm saying. Don't be surprised. It's a 31-17.
could very well be that type of game.
You know.
Like it could very well be that type of game, and I wouldn't be surprised by it in the slightest.
I'll
I'm be
say,
completely real with you.
man. Let me ask you this: Who gets
Okay.
the first touchdown?
First touchdown. I'm gonna say Rocket.
Damn, you took my ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Rocket, bro. I'm gonna say Rocket. If we throw for a touchdown first, I'll be very surprised. Like, I'll be very surprised. Like I'm
Result
just gonna be.
wise, yeah. It's
Yeah, I got.
That will definitely that will
It's
even throw that.
either
Is it gonna
it's
be a
either
swing pass, read
Norris.
option? You
It's either
know,
Norris or Rocket for me. Like, or if you, I mean, now unless you're gonna go Nick Harbor back pile line the end zone, I'm like, cool, but you know, that's about it though. Other
who
than
actually
that,
our
I
running
can't.
backs getting is like I mean not a wide receiver's getting it maybe on a slant, swing pass, something like that, maybe.
I do want to see how
Oh,
wide receivers get going.
oh,
That is
definitely.
probably what I'm looking at the most. Like I'm looking at the offensive line. Can you protect? Can you look like the same thing we talked about in the Georgia Tech Florida State game? Can you move somebody off the spot?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to look physically imposing and dominate your opponent. If you're able to run the ball effectively, and if we're able to get these receivers going, like you said, like can we have effective passing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are we getting guys? Are we scheming guys open, or guys having to get open? Two different things, right?
Exactly.
Like it's two very different things. So that it's a lot of things to be said. Dow Loggins, I know I got a lot of fans, like got a lot of people, Gamecock Nation that are not the biggest fan of Dow Loggins, and they are look. He's got to prove a lot to them too.
Yeah,
He's
they
got to prove a
going
lot to the
off.
fans.
They going off how his NFL run went. And
Yeah.
with Dow though, if you look back, you do your research like that. I mean, I gave Dow. I wasn't too fond of the hire either, but I did some look back, and I was like, if you notice, all his QB1s got hurt. Now, take what you want with that. You know what I'm saying? When he with the Bears, I think Jay Cutler got hurt. He with the Dolphins, Tannehill got hurt. He had to deal with Brock
Mm.
Osweiler. And then when he went to the Jets, Sam Darnold caught mono. So, not the recipe, you know. And then you also got to look at the quarterbacks he played with, too. Mine is like, I think the only best one he had was Jay Cutler. And Jay Cutler
Yeah.
vouched for him. You know, he came out and vouched for him and said, hey, y'all got a good one. You know, so we'll see. Well, actually, technically, I think I want to say Spencer Rattler was his best quarterback he worked with now. What it
Was
looks
he?
like.
Did he not work with KJ Jefferson at Arkansas? Was that not him? Did he not work with KJ?
So I mean, he was the tight end. He was the tight ends coach, but
Gotcha.
he
Yeah.
was
All
tight
right.
ends coach, which is why he's so good at drawing up plays for the tight ends. So I mean, you could throw a tight end scoring the first touchdown for you.
I mean, it is a possibility. It's a possibility. Rocket feels like the safe pick. That's the safest
Exactly.
pick I could think of. Like, that's the safest pick.
With Mike
I mean,
Shula in the room too, because we got Mike Shula on the squad. We
true.
are similar with Mike Shula. We know what he did with Cam his MVP year, so I can see a lot of read
Makes sense.
options, a lot of RPOs, a lot of work with Lenoris and Rocket.
But I hope it's not these. See, that's the thing though, because while we look back on those years fondly, the biggest issue with that offense in Carolina and why it couldn't get over the top is because you had these long developing routes. And I know we do have speed in this receiver room supposedly. We haven't seen it yet, but that's what we're supposed to have. I, I don't want that. I want to be able to just scheme these guys open and let their natural athletic ability then take over from that point forward. But you as a coach, hey, do your job. Get my guys open. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to see. Like we're no longer in the phase of like, hey, we know we recruiting good players is what's gonna help you. Being a good coach is gonna help you out too along the way. Like, can you elevate this level of your players? So we'll see. Now, August, you have a lot to prove to us. The entire coach staff. Let's be real. It ain't just one of y'all. All y'all got a lot to prove to us because a lot of people are not very fond of what they saw last year. So
it was a mess, bro. It was a mess.
It was a mess. It was a mess. It was indeed a mess. But is that it sounds like it's about it for South Carolina, right? Like, got anything else?
Yeah, there's no other exciting games going on this. What you got?
Bro, LSU versus Southern Cal on Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm not watching. While I am rocking a Minnesota sweat, not Minnesota. While I am rocking a North Carolina sweatshirt right now, I'm not watching North Carolina versus Minnesota. You cannot pay me to do that.
I don't think it's gonna be as exciting, bro. If I bet on it, I want to say Minnesota. I think they're going up to Minnesota. I just can't name you who North Carolina quarterback is. I think he good though, right? Is he decent?
Don't give me the line, bro.
I can't name who both quarterbacks is, honestly.
Do not get me the line, bro. I have no idea who anybody is on either of these rosters. Let me be very clear. I have no clue who these.
I will say another free bet pick: LSU and UNC game. The over is free. LSU defense is horrible. Should be horrible this year, and we already know the story of they're not Pac-12 no more, but it's still
Big Ten. That's sickening.
Southern California defense is still gonna be trash. So
total 64 and a half. What you got? Are we taking over? I take over on that, right?
Over on LSU and US and Southern California? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, take over. All right, yeah. I may have to put some money on that. We gonna chop it up all can. We gonna chop it up all can. We gonna get the we're gonna get these parlays right, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's time for us to really lock in, man. Jordan Dropper Sports Betting coming to y'all next, but y'all, that's the next endeavor.
That gotta be that could be the grown folks. For grown folks only gotta be 18 plus.
Yeah, all that content, no kids allowed. No kids on not for kids, dog.
Yeah, it's gonna be
bro.
Swearing. Me, I'm gonna have a cup. I'm gonna have a cup of my good drink here, Jack Daniel Coke. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all the real. I'm gonna the game playing. Get a green screen, have the game playing in the background. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I had to go partake in me a crown and cranberry. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, oh.